Rồi mời tất cả cùng đi với Long nha. Chung cái bạn dẫn đường cho mình đó, rồi trên trên tổng đài đều xuống
Rẽ phải tại Ma Tìm Rập.
đó. Bạn nói chuyện nghe dễ thương không? Bạn ấy là dẫn đường tiếng Việt cho mình đó. Hay các bạn nha. Gần công viên, gần trường học. Giờ này 5 giờ mấy, gần 6 giờ mà còn nắng luôn đó các bạn. Từ mùa hè là kiểu ban này tiết như vậy, 7-8 giờ cũng còn nắng luôn. Bạn nào ở đây bạn biết mà.
Trong 1/4 giảm rẽ phải tại X11 Mai Rập.
Đó, các bạn tới sai thì mình phải dừng nha. Thấy không có anh cảnh sát nào, chứ mình vượt qua một cái là sau đít mình là có xe nhá đèn rồi đó. Giờ lúc nào cũng phải cẩn thận. Thời gian trước Long hay đi qua bên Canada, nhỏ cháu bên đó đó, Ontario á. Rồi đường đẹp, đường đi đẹp lắm, mà lúc đó Long
Rẽ phải tại X11 Mai Rập.
nên không có tải video những cái cảnh đẹp trên đường đi về cho các bạn. Với mấy lần đưa ông anh bạn đi ở bên North Carolina 15 tiếng lái xe, cảnh đẹp quá trời luôn. Có khi đang chạy nay nó băng qua đường, mình phải dừng lại chờ nay nó qua. Hết đây mà trước khi ra đây mình phải đậu được chờ.
Sử dụng làn đường bên trái, đi bên trái để đi tiếp X11 Mai Rập rồi nhập làn bên trái một làn đường.
Lái xe được cứng cáp thì cũng nhờ là bên Việt Nam Long làm nghề lái xe thôi, chứ còn qua Mỹ mà
Rẽ
lái
phải
xe
tại ON Avenue.
nó mà không biết lái từ bên Việt Nam qua đây chắc chạy không nổi đâu.
Chỉ cần đi tiếp rẽ phải tại Thomas Street.
Hồi nãy là ông đi hố chút xíu.
Rẽ phải tại Thomas Street, sau đó rẽ phải tại Thomas Avenue. Rẽ phải tại Thomas Avenue.
Này trời đẹp quá.
Chỉ cần đi tiếp thôi, đi bên phải để vào Thomas Avenue. Thôi đi bên phải để vào Thomas Avenue, sau đó rẽ trái tại ON Avenue.
Lúc mới vô chạy taxi Long bị chạy
Rẽ
hố
trái
hoài.
tại ON Avenue.
Nhìn cái bảng chỉ dẫn quen, chưa tới đường cái đâu quẹo. còn mấy hệ hố. Nó mới ra bị khách cancel hoài.
Trong 1/4 giảm rẽ phải tại Flagler. Rẽ phải tại Flagler.
Gần tới chỗ đón khách rồi. Trên bản đồ chỉ còn 1 phút nữa, cự ly 900 feet. Đi gần đến nơi mà thấy cái trên bản đồ mà hiện cái chỗ cái vị khách
Rẽ trái, sau đó đón khách Nakea.
rồi thấy bảo đảm có khách, còn một cái màu mà xanh lá cây mà đục đục. Xong rồi tới chỗ rồi.
Đón khách Nakea.
Đây là đậu phía trước khách. Đó. Bạn thấy không, đó cái dấu chấm xanh này nè là có khách ấy. Còn mà những cái cơ quan mà nhân quyền hay là y tế gì của nhà nước á, gọi là cái màu xanh kia, tức là gọi bảo hộ mấy người đó đi miễn phí, có cơ quan để trả phí cho họ. Long để Long trở đầu lại. Nakea. Khách là khách nữ. Hello, Miss
Hello, how are you?
Nakea. I'm
How
good.
are you?
Thank you. I'm good. And you?
I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, today great day.
Today is a great day.
Yeah, beautiful day.
So the way your niece started, the way she originally got upset is so Ray Bond best friend Cedric was in town.
Mình vô đi nha các bạn.
Cedric. And so
Đi đến điểm trả khách của bạn tại Thu Nên Caroline.
he was like, so Cedric coming because he had a hip replacement. He just recently had it. He said, you can either give up your room and then I get an air mattress and you sleep in my closet room, or you sleep on the couch. He was like, or I can see how comfortable Cedric would be with being able to sleep on the air mattress, right? Like if if he can do it, then that's fine. And so now like I'm giving her my space. So, she went real angry, real, whatever. So I was explaining to her, like, I mean, the truth of the matter is, what he said was, well, originally that room was supposed to be for guests, right? So she was upset about that. But I said, remember now, when we first were moving, we asked you. You said you didn't want to come, right? So the room was intended for guests. It was going to be a guest room. You changed your mind. That's fine. So we've adjusted. But they did agree that, when Cedric came, he would stay with us. He wouldn't have to get a hotel because we now have a space where he can sleep, right? So you don't necessarily have to sleep in your room. I said, Ray, I literally told you, he can just go get an air mattress, right? So that's fine. But of course, Naya, once something is said, now she going balls hard to the wall to, nope, I'm good. Now I got to figure out why I'm asleep. So originally I had got her to reserve the room because, we're saying. But when she got there to check in, the guy was being weird. He like, well, I need the paper form. Our printer is broke. I said, right, so I can just email you the form. And so he was like, no, we need it printed out. Sir, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What printer shop open? You know what I'm saying? What you need off of this form is this numbers. Everything is right here. You can see it. But the guy was being weird. So Naya comes back to the house. And so she like, so I'm like, well, you can sleep in the bed with me, right? We got a big old king bed. We don't even use the whole bed anyway. Like, he normally is on my side, and we got like a whole half of the bed left. So I'm like, well, you can just come in here and sleep with us, or sleep on the couch, like, because originally you were leaving. But I said, or we just get your room at the little hotel around the corner. I said, not the motel, but the hotel. Just so you have a bed. Girl, she's crying, I would rather sleep in the car. Okay, all this is way too dramatic for nothing. Nobody did this to upset you. Nobody did this to intentionally harm you. Literally, this is something, and it's not permanent. This is an overnight thing, and you now you back to not liking Rayvon, and he don't consider you girl. He consider you more than I do most of the time in real life. But what?
That's it, right? It's like, number one, nobody would have got no wrong. You a kid. You were given an option. If you feeling your feelings to be in your feelings, but that's what I said about correcting the bad behavior that may come down. No, she should have never had the opportunity to go to the hotel. But it's encouraging the bad behavior that's going to continue, because y'all, that's what you're going to do. Because that's what you do. Tell them. If you got that much attitude, figure it out. If it just the options we just gave you here don't work for you, and now you want to hang on a word we already corrected. Figure it out.
What? So I said that today though, because so she's still, so she like, I'm not talking to Anthony, and she wanted to talk me. I'm back to looking for a place to live, and I said, girl, that sounds so dumb. You barely can keep up with just yourself, right? Because you ain't got no bills right now, so you're gonna move out of your parents' home because you got an attitude today, because that don't make sense. You barely keep your own phone bill paid. So none of this makes any sense. I said, but guess what? Because you want to be, you're going to be rambunctious, I'm on my own. Girl, all this is happening on our way. I said, the enemy get busy. And I said, what you're not going to do, because I just said, when you have a space or a zone, you're not going to do it. Whatever you want to do, you go ahead and do it. When you fall on your face and when things don't go the way it's supposed to, as any parent, I'm going to be present. But what you're not going to do is control me with this emotional manipulation. At the end of the day, you want to leave. You want to move out. The whole reason that this is even this way is because you originally said you didn't want to leave with us. Even now, I mean, beyond that, I said the worst part about all of this is even this performance you're doing about, I'll sleep in a car. You literally can go to Penguin and sleep in your bed. So you don't have to sleep in a car. It's a whole other house with a whole bedroom that you can go to. So you're just being spoiled. And I said, you're getting offended with that. I said, but you're being rude and disrespectful to people, and you want them to do, jump into action to please you? No. I mean, the hotel she was paying for I wasn't saying like, oh, you know, let me accommodate her. No.
That
Now,
was still kid. You a kid. I know you think you grown. I know you feel that way, but that's where she was living with herself, with her supposed to be. Technically not even living by herself. She was grown. I don't know the area that she's now. Sometimes she gotta be tricky, like I said. All you gonna do is check and see her first. And you think a 19-year-old won't get a dog check? And you gotta go over. And you gonna be on your reputation.
yeah, we back talking. I should have gave you a pound yesterday. You said what? Yes. I love them. Just the older I got, and my palate has been like unacceptable. I might have to give me a bag now. So we were on a panel together. We used to do white to white together. And so I had my own she was like, oh, I can't get that nigga. So a lot of guys be like, it's just, you know, we all hear this conversation. So that's what she was. I wasn't like shocked. Or so I was he beat her up. That's what I was like. I know she has to get a lot of good. She was like, she's so crazy. So it's yeah. But that's why I always try to be just super transparent. Because I think, you know, even when we don't have one of the things she said, she was like, I'm super stressed right now. You know, my thing is, it's like, so we have to stop putting on the mask or facades that we have to together. You know, like, the truth of the matter is that we are imperfect people striving for something. But what does that look like? 'Cause it's different for all of us. You know, that's why the Bible says to show yourself friendly. Because guess what? We don't even realize that most of the time we're unapproachable. You know, so and the friends you had, they didn't intentionally hurt you. It was like they said, oh, let me sabotage Dominique. Let me sabotage Kiki. No. But that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so some things we have to consider that their goal wasn't to hurt me. So maybe if I open up and I'm transparent, then this won't happen again. And if it does, then consider, am I picking just like with men? Am I picking the wrong people? Are we not using discernment? You know, like if you just grimy, you grimy. What makes me different? That's the thing that I've been considering is like, what makes you different? So if I was talking to, because Auntie Rhea retired the table. I said, Auntie Rhea, and so when she first asked me, I said, girl, you know, I'm gonna tell you what my experience was. I'm gonna tell you facts, right? Share my experience. I said, but you know, I mean, if you want to let her stay with you, go ahead. This is what the outcome will be, and I know this for a fact because every person has the same experience. No, I'm not talking about her. Same exact experience. Nicole show up, want to check her, argue. How you want to come argue with me and you don't want to take your own child together? Because clearly there's a problem. So, girl, if you don't get out of here, but everything happened the same way I didn't. Why? Because guess what? People don't change. That's who she is. It's in her. You know, so not all things, but there are some things that it's just in me. Ain't nothing we can do about it. You know. That's why I said sometimes we gotta be able to own what we've become. You know what I'm saying? Because of all this stuff. And the fault is part of the problem because of all of this stuff. This is who I am now. I mean, that's like because she didn't like Morgan. Morgan is only 16. How she can't come to your house? Like she stayed with her daddy, and so because she smoked weed and stuff, your husband don't want her in the house, so she's not welcome. Oh no, that's crazy. You either disrespect my husband or something to not be welcome. You know what I'm saying? She's not smoking in your house. daddy, but he stayed any and everywhere. Although he's married, like, you know, his wife has teenage kids. And so, like, her kids and him don't really get along. So, with that, they sent me no information. But with that, he'll leave, you know, when her kids acting up or something, he'll leave the house and he'll go somewhere else. He'll go up his homeboy house. But that's not good for a girl, not a 16-year-old girl. You know, it's like, I wouldn't want my 19-year-old house hopping with her daddy. Like right now, you know, he big nerd done moved back in with his baby mama. I wouldn't say, if even with Naya's attitude now, I wouldn't be like, girl, go live up there with him. But he did it in secret, and then like, so like the other day he sent me this, like, hey, can you send me your dressing recipe? No. And I'm not mad at you, but what I do understand is like when you asked me for my design recipe, I sent it to you. She got upset because she was like, well, no, this don't taste like keys. You know, what did you do different? Or my thing is me and her in competition. So for everything you say about me, she get an attitude, and then you can't talk to us. No, our children are grown. You don't need to talk to me. Talk to the kids. What do you? Where you eat?
Rẽ trái, sau đó trả tiền cà phê ăn.
There's somebody else if they got any bowling at least that's pizza. I didn't get the place. Nothing.
Trả tiền cà phê ăn.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.